Why do you think people are scared of technology in the field, Nick?
Because the people in the field are still like that transition generational turn hasn't happened yet. You still got people my parents' age, and probably your age, but we're gonna avoid that, who are stuck
Call me
in...
daddy. Go ahead, Nick. I could be your papa.
Hey,
but...
daddy, how you doing, man?
This is the Contender's Edge podcast, where ideas challenge institutions and underdogs rise to lead in construction. Hosted by Zulq, bringing you no BS insights, real stories, and tech smart strategies to outbuild the giants in the construction industry.
Afternoon, Zulq. How you doing?
Doing well, my friend. Listen, we want to celebrate a few things. Not every day we get to do this, but we brought Nick back because he brings a lot of enthusiasm to the idea of construction and the ecosystem. He also followed a different path than some of the guys who, wear colored shirts like I do sometimes. But your dad, how does that feel?
Amazing. It's the best gift in the world. Nothing better. It's the project that's never going to end, and the one that you continuously look forward to the improvements and the upgrades.
It's an exciting time. Trust me when you say you want to hold the kid back from walking and crawling, because once they're mobile, it doesn't stop. So enjoy the sleep you're getting right now.
None.
Trust me. None? Okay, good. So which brings us to a good point, and I wanted to touch on this because we actually have had this conversation amongst safety professionals, and we're talking about fitness for duty. And people are always worried about, third-party chemicals in your body that prevent fitness for duty. How's sleep life for you right now, Nick?
It's pretty tough, man. My wife does an amazing job letting me sleep the hours that you can sleep, being a father and having a brand new newborn. If it wasn't for her, there's no way I'd be fit for duty. I can tell you that much. You got to be able to kind of push through it. I'm thankful for the opportunities that I've had in not having enough sleep ever. So these couple days where you actually don't get enough sleep, kind of just push through.
Well, I mean, listen, I'm always going to say this. We spend a lot of hours on the roads. A lot of workers don't appreciate that. Having been on a job site, you got to be mentally prepared to be there when you're operating equipment. And, we talk about this all the time where we say, hey, make sure you're fit for duty. And it's not always about, what other pollutants you're putting in your body or whatever your favorite libations are. It's sometimes an element of, hey, things are going on in our workspace at home that has now altered the way our bodies have to react and perform.
Yeah.
And I wish your child nothing but health and happiness. Prosperity, listen, it's a gift from God. But I'm sure he'll be blessed that he's blessed into your house.
Thank you.
Awesome. We had an interesting conversation last time. You made fun of my age. That's okay. I made fun of your hair. It was all good.
It is what it is. It's still shiny up top.
There you go. Mine's catching up. 2 for 1. Turkey. Come on, let's do it.
That's it. Exactly.
2 for 1. But yeah, you talked about, coming up through the trades. You decided you needed to get a job. You're a dad now. Is it going to be the same trajectory for your kid, or are you going to put your boot up your kid's ass and send him to school?
So I have a daughter.
Okay.
I think if I had a boy, I'd be very 50-50.
The women are going to go nuts. You just said that, but go on. I'm with you, bro. I got a daughter. I'm a girl dad. # girl dad.
This is life, right? So I think with technology coming about and the things that are coming our way in the future, I think schooling is going to be less of an asset than it is today. I think you're going to be able to retain information from alternative sources outside of the schooling industry. With the implementation of AI, knowledge is going to transition from like memorizing terms to the fundamentals of problem solving. And if I can teach her those things, whether she goes to school or not, I would leave that completely up to her.
You're just going to let her decide about school.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think she'll take it though. In all honesty, like we're still academics.
Yeah.
We're going to push for high grades, especially in like elementary school, high school. And if she can maintain those high grades, I mean, a lot of people, or a lot of women anyways, choose to continue to go on through school. You can see that through statistics. More women go to secondary than men do. And that's primarily because a lot of jobs that women typically hold, they require schooling. So, I mean, I'm gonna leave it up to her. We got the company. I mean, I'm looking to pass it down to the next generation. And if she wants to take over, I mean, God bless her.
I got to tell you, man, I know a lot of women construction contractors. They have another discipline of how they run their businesses.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's better or worse, but their desks don't look as great as mine do. So, there's shit everywhere on my desk because that's how we live.
Me too.
Having said that, they tend to have a better organizational skill than we do, and their aptitude for picking up at a younger age is far greater.
Yeah.
Your dad, I hope you're going to have a couple more. You're going to keep the population going.
It's the intent.
Yeah, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Don't do one and done like me, right? You got married younger than I did, so that's a starting point. There's going to be a lot of viewers that are going to listen to this, and they're not going to listen to it this week, this month. These things are evergreen. They live on the internet forever. What do you tell the high school student that's saying, hey, I'm not sure about school right now? What's a message we send to them that says, hey, construction's a great place to be, right?
So I think one thing that's true is numbers, they never lie. If you take a look at the salaries coming out of school, specifically high school, if you don't want to go to a secondary, as in university or college, the trades are a fantastic opportunity to make good money. The average tradesman's making anywhere between $100,000 and $150,000 now.
Yep.
Doctors make what,
Toronto
180?
figures.
Yeah,
We should-
exactly. Toronto figures.
we had
Yeah.
American people going to be like, I'm going to go get a job there.
Yeah, tell them to come. I mean, a dollar's worth a quarter of what theirs is, so really it doesn't matter.
There you
But
go. There you go.
yeah, man, getting into the trades out of school, you do 4 years as a tradesman, you get your license. If you want to take it to trade, HVAC, plumbing, electrician, whatever it may be,
Yep.
you're making 130 grand. And during that period, you start at 60, then 80, then 100, then 120. Whereas if you went to school, you're paying debt for that long. By the time you recoup, if you're smart enough and you use your wits and the things that you're supposed to be taught in school, or things that I'm going to teach my daughter, as in investing your money properly and doing the right things with the money that you get, instead of burning it away at a club or pissing it away at a bar, you're going to be far better off. You got 5 years ahead of them in terms of investment opportunity. So
Well
there's
said.
absolutely nothing wrong with being in the trades.
Great commentary. And this kind of leads me to my next question. I was in a board meeting last week. I don't know if you know, Nick, I sit on the Construction Industry Alliance for Suicide Prevention because mental health is a big problem in our industry and our ecosystem.
I agree.
And we were
It's
talking
sad.
about the transformation of the worker and how, from my perspective, I believe they're going to be more digitized, right? You obviously have a respect for this whole digital ecosystem.
Yeah.
Right. What do you tell the future tradesmen? Don't learn from what our grandfathers or our uncles or our dads taught us. What's the modern way of learning when it comes to applying not only their physical skills on the job site, but their mental skills? Because there's a huge disconnect.
There is, but I think there's also a bridge between the two that a lot of people tend to miss. I think in today's society in general, not enough people look at the old way. They kind of throw it under the rug and say like, oh, this isn't the way you do things now. I mean, there's a lot to learn from how not to do things, as well as how to do things from that older generation. But in terms of learning, I mean, construction's one of those things that you're not going to learn in front of a computer screen. You got to do it. You have to see it. You have to feel it. You got to be there. You got to be in the environment. You got to live it, and then you're going to learn it. That's the best way to do anything, especially in the construction industry. Sink or swim, brother.
Yeah.
Get thrown in the fire. It's either you dance or you burn.
Yeah, no, well said. And this kind of needs to our next question. I'm going to take a slightly opposing view to you. I think that there's an element of higher education. It doesn't have to be post-secondary. It could be something that you do during night schools that really recalibrates your brain to think in a slightly different way, right?
Yes.
The physical knowing of how to do things, absolutely. It's all hands-on applications in the field. I can show you all the tutorials you want in the world. At the end of the day, if you don't know how to hold a torch in your hand, the solder, and know how to put the two together without melting the whole solder, it won't matter, right? So you got to learn that in the field. But there's an element of the universe that, I'm going to be at Con Expo. I don't know if you heard. We're going to be presenting at Con Expo Center State. And we're going to
Congratulations.
Thank you. We're talking about the digital transformation of how the connected experience is going to be. So I can't wait for the day you take your daughter to Disney and she does the bippity boppity boop, okay? Which is that dress up like Cinderella or whatever her favorite princess is. Even nobody wants to compare themselves to Disney, but let's just face it. They're now making everything digitally interactive for children.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. Kids want to be immersed. We want immersed experiences. And I think that the industry, we're at the cusp of either we're going to go backwards again, or we're going to go forward. And the forward is going to be, how do we embrace this digitalization, but how do we make it more meaningful? And that's really the quest. Clearly, you're on a quest. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here together. You'd be like, I need to do this. I'm on a quest that says, hey, there's a lot to be gained by getting digitally immersed, because in the future, I'm going to have the information at fingertips. I don't have to memorize it anymore. But how do I take that to a whole new level where I can change the productivity outcomes of a job site? Right?
So we're working on a whole bunch of technological aspects in order to tighten up timelines and come up with different ideas using technology on the construction site. I think that's like, in terms of the use of technology in construction, I think we haven't even scratched the surface, and there's an infinite industry for it, because construction is one of those industries that is still slightly ruled by the older generation who's stuck on pen and paper. And it's mind blowing to me. Like, it's absolutely unbelievable the fact that, number one, you used to do construction like that. And number two, you still do construction like that. It's crazy. But I think there's an opportunity for guys like you and I who are very tech savvy to implement new ways of doing things on the construction field, specifically with technology.
Yeah, no. Listen, to me, it can't happen fast enough. And
Yeah,
that's
I
because
agree.
I'm eager.
Yeah.
And I also see the advantages, but there's a lot of fear. Why do you think people are scared of technology in the field, Nick?
Because the people in the field are still like that transition generational turn hasn't happened yet. You still got people my parents' age and probably your age, but we're gonna avoid that, who are stuck
Call
stuck
me
in.
daddy. Go ahead, Nick. I could be your papa,
Hey
Bill.
daddy, how you doing, man? um so I think that generational switch hasn't fully happened yet. And the mentality of the old school construction worker is this computer thing. I don't even know how to turn it on. Like, relax, bro. You just got to push a button, man, and it'll tell you everything you want to know. But they're so against, they're like fighting the grain. And eventually, as that generation turns, we're going to see huge steps in advancement in technology and construction.
So I agree with you. There's that whole hold off generation that's still
Yeah.
holding off. But you know what? What really kind of puzzles my mind is they've transferred into technology, but not in their workforce. They've transferred to technology in their personal space.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody's renting VHS videos anymore.
No,
Right?
no.
So
Everything's on Netflix.
it's on the internet, right?
Yeah.
It's
I
just that
agree,
for
man.
some reason, it's like they were like, "Oh, we're gonna go back to like beta cassettes." Like, why are you going backwards? You've moved forward. I don't know any 55-year-old plus that's older than me, by the way, Nick, that doesn't text message somebody in their family or their friends.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're not bringing it into workforce, there's got to be a mental block. I'm puzzled. I want to know what the mental block is. So you know what? If there's a pill, I can prescribe everyone this pill. Get off this mental block. Like, you're just holding yourself back.
You know what I honestly think the transition is going to be? You got to show them how much better it is than the way that they do it.
So I obviously, I own a technology company. You got to tell me my best customers are 55 plus, because they're like, oh my God, this makes things so much easier.
Exactly.
I didn't know I didn't need to talk to anyone else. I can just talk to my device. Right?
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. And once we're able to bring that technology that you guys have for like office and like the management staff to the worker class, I think that's when everything's going to change. Because once they see that they can talk to their phone and ask it what the spec is on the drawing in the specific room for a light fixture, they're going to be like, whoa, like this is the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
just like that program's not there yet. But when it does come, then you're going to see the massive transformation, because we're going to go from the Stone Age to the digital age in snap of a finger.
So you're gonna I should run down and grab one, but I'm just too lazy because I walked enough this week. But I literally just invested into they're called Evan Realities. They're not paying me for this. They're digital glasses, but they're not
Yeah.
glasses to take pictures or anything. I can have my teleprompter on my lens. So when I'm doing a presentation, I can have that. What my vision of the future is that there's somebody out, they're doing a service call, right? The building's been turned over. He needs information. He can look up the as-built drawings. They can look up the specs of what was installed 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And they can actually get the wiring schematic in their eyes, go, oh, that's what I'm looking for. Yep. And then they can go check it. Right. And I don't think we're far from that. We just got to make it cost effective, and we have to make it what we call it child proof, so that the kids in the field, they can get it done.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
now I guarantee you, gave you those ideas. You're going to be telling your daughter in less than 8 to 10 years, I want you to become an engineer. I want you to go develop this tech, because the minute we can mass produce it at scale that's cost effective is the day we get it entered in the market.
Yeah, exactly. So we're actually in the process of hiring like a app developer / like AI guy
Nice.
to sit in the office and implement these new strategies into our day to day,
Nice.
and kind of beta test it on our own sites, see
Nice.
the way things go. And then once they reach capacity and capabilities, we're going to start selling the
Nice.
product as well. Yeah.
Very good. So I got competition. I'm looking forward to it.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Teamwork.
Teamwork.
That's what I call it.
We listen, the space is big enough. There's room for lots of us.
I completely agree. And I think the more the merrier is my personal opinion, because it's going to take more guys like us who have that mindset in order to change the industry to what I know it can be, because I think we're slacking.
Nice. Why do you think we're slacking, Nick?
in general, like you're talking quality, timeline, scheduling, opportunity for advancement, efficiency. I think all of those things can be solved with AI and technology in general.
Yep.
And we're sleeping on it. We're sleeping.
Yeah.
That's
Well said.
yeah.
We're not even in a nap mode. We're into deep sleep mode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
We have to
Like
get
the
shut down.
computer's turned off.
Yeah. Wow.
We haven't even turned it on yet.
Well,
Yeah.
Nick, people, I got to tell you, if I was in the business of looking for a contractor, I like progressive contractors because I need to
Thank you.
have them think outside of the box. How do people get a hold of you, Nick?
And you could reach us out. You can reach out to us on Instagram, Iron Shake Inc., or you can give us a call.
Thank you so much, Nick. It was always a pleasure having you. I love
Zulq,
what comes out of you next.
always a pleasure, brother. I can't wait for the next one.
I can't call me old again.
You're old.
Thank you so much. Thanks for
All
joining us at Contender's Edge. Obviously, we're
Ciao,
looking
brother.
from how the little guys can take on the big guys, and you're doing it.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank
and once again, you know what? We wish your daughter nothing but the best. Maybe we should have her on the podcast next.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Follow the podcast to get new episodes the moment they go live.